The one thing that was really impressive to me when my mom was diagnosed with brain cancer is she didn't complain one time. But I think in baseball, it teaches you to keep fighting and keep going and going and going. And I think that's how my mom was. She just kept fighting, she stayed positive, she never complained, and she was a tough lady. And it's pretty impressive to see how she handled that situation. It's funny, my dad used to talk about pitchers and how sometimes they would think too much about the game. If you simplify it, and you go out there as a pitcher and you just take it one pitch at a time, how much more successful are you going to be? If you go up there and you tell yourself, this is the last hitter I'm ever going to face, can I get him out? Yeah, you can get him out. And I think the people that can fight and go out there and they take it one pitch at a time, one day at a time, they're going to have a better chance of being successful. Seeing her go through the process at Missouri Baptist was incredible. She got the ultimate care, the best care that she possibly could have gotten. And I felt like everybody that was involved in Missouri Baptist took pride in their job, and I couldn't believe how hard they were working to help out my mom. I knew right when this happened to me, I was gonna go to Missouri Baptist and get treatment, because I knew it was the best treatment that I could possibly get no matter where I went. I remember going through the radiation for 6 weeks. I had to go in there every single day to the cancer center. And it's something that isn't fun to do, the radiation. It's a tough thing to go do, but I never felt uncomfortable going to the cancer center because everybody was so nice to me. I felt like I was making friends. And being in that environment, it makes you feel like you're gonna be all right. You don't fear all the things that could happen. You're thinking about all the things that you can accomplish and how this isn't that big of a deal and you can fight it and you can keep going. You think about that team chemistry. Okay, we got Team Duncan, we're gonna save this guy, we're gonna do the right thing, and you feel comfortable right when you walk in and talk to Dr. Fowler. You can just tell that he's a good guy that knows what he's doing and you can trust him. And I think trust when you're dealing with cancer is so important. And I think Fagungus was the same way. You trust him, you know that he knows what he's talking about. You know these people got your back and they'll do whatever it takes to make sure you have success. Cancer is one of those things that's out of sight, out of mind. You really don't think about it. If you're not dealing with it, knowing your family's dealing with it, you really don't know what's involved with going through that. And I think all of a sudden when my mom had to go through this process, and then all of a sudden I had to go through this process, the more and more you see people dealing with it. And I think the one thing that was amazing to me is how much it can cost you, especially if you don't have good insurance or if you don't have insurance at all. I think it hits you like a ton of bricks when you see the cost of going through something like this. I think my surgery, when I first had the surgery, you get a bill. 80-20 split, you get a bill. It's almost $4,000. Holy cow, I gotta pay $4,000, it's an 80-20 split. Oh my God, what if I didn't have this money to pay this? What would I do? And then you think about the medication they put you on so you don't have seizures. Oh my God, this is an $800 bottle of pills? Thank goodness I've got good insurance where I only have to pay 20% of that. What would someone do if they didn't have any money or they didn't have good insurance? And I feel like one thing that we can really do is help these people that don't have insurance or people that don't have good insurance. And I think that's what's so cool about this endowment in my mom's name. I think it's the chance to raise some money, and hopefully with that money, as it gains interest, we can use that money to help people that don't have the same kind of insurance that I have. I talk about it sometimes on the radio when I do the commercials and stuff. You put it in perspective, but I think about other people and they're in a tough situation. What if you got to pay a mortgage, your electric bill, your water bill, all these different bills you have, but at the same time, you have to pay for these pills to make sure you don't have seizures, you know, blood work or MRIs to make sure the tumor's not growing back. It's a very tough situation, especially if you don't have that much money, because now you're deciding, do I feed my family or do I make sure this tumor's not growing back? Do I take these pills twice a day or do I skip a day because I can't afford to keep paying for these every month? And sometimes I feel like it's really unfair to some of these people that are dealing with that. I think about it, you know what, yeah, I'll do anything I can to help them raise this money. I think it was tough for my family, first of all, dealing with my mom and everything that she went through the last couple of years. It was really tough on my dad, it was tough on my brother, it was tough on me. She meant so much to us when we were growing up, and she was always that person that was there being positive with us and helping raise me and my brother. It was tough when she passed away. I'm not gonna lie, a very tough situation. But just knowing how passionate she was about Missouri Baptist and how well they treated her when she was there, and then I think about everything that I went through with Missouri Baptist and how well everyone treated us, I feel like we had to do something. We have to do something, and I think the fact that it's in her name is really special. and it's a memory of what a special person my mom was too. I feel honored that it's named after my mom, to be honest with you.